Hey everyone, welcome back. This is episode 10 of season 7 of Heartland, titled Darkness and Light. Family members are pitted against one another over Amy's medical treatment as she struggles to come to terms with her injuries and uncertain future. As we saw at the end of the last episode, she was working with a horse and it reared up and hit her in the back of the head, which caused her to become unconscious and was airlifted to a hospital. And it looked like Ahmed was there and a bit concerned. Now, I think Ty suspects that Ahmed is developing an attraction to Amy, because it kind of seems like that. So I'm wondering if we'll see more about this in this episode. We're obviously going to have to deal with that. And again, this says they're pitted against one another. So I'm guessing that maybe like Lou and Jack will be fighting against each other, or they'll be agreeing with something and Ty won't want to do it. Something to that effect. You know, there's obviously going to be something that isn't going to work, hence why they're pitted against each other. And then it says, she struggles to come to terms with her injuries and uncertain future. So I'm guessing they're also going to be talking about maybe her not doing it anymore. Excuse me. Which, of course, she will, because she's the miracle girl. Otherwise, what's the point of having a show called Heartland if she ends up not doing it anymore? But it could be that maybe she's not going to work with that horse. So I apologize if you can hear the wind outside. It suddenly is like very windy, and I'm really seeing it blow. So I apologize if you can hear it. Hopefully you can't. But yeah, it's a little distracting because the wind is blowing and has really picked up. I don't think we're supposed to have some rain today, but the wind still has picked up. Anyways, let's get started. Ty is gonna freak when he finds out. Here we go.
Hello.
There.
Jack.
I call him Jack.
What? She's where? Is she okay?
Jack is probably still listed as her point of contact, which of course will have to change when she marries Ty. Crossbow.
I need to talk.
I'm glad that they're letting Ty stay. You know, Ty said he was the fiance. And even though he's not a blood relative, I'm glad they still count that as family.
Okay. You heard anything?
So Lou, but no Peter.
You'll be called when she regains consciousness, or if there's any sudden change.
I bet Ty stays.
Well, no, I heard was here.
Aww. He's starting to tear up. I like how he said he wasn't leaving. I'm not surprised that he said he was going to stay. Now he's having more memories. But his neck hurts. Hopefully she still has her engagement ring. Hopefully no one stole it. Oh, Ahmed's back.
Any change?
A little jealous.
Is it? Sorry.
I'm gonna say, Ty, don't be rude. I mean, it's not his fault because he didn't know. Aw, he's got a tear. He loves
You
her
never
so
ever
much.
encouraged Amy to take that job. For you, it was all about the money.
Well, that is not true. Amy wanted to go on her own.
I need to help with feelings.
Mm,
It's not my fault.
Georgie. And Georgie loves Amy just as much as they do. You know, that's technically her aunt. Well, not technically, she is her aunt. So. It's pretty shitty of
It was
Adrian.
very Amy. I made her feel bad that she helped feelings.
I like that Ty said he wasn't leaving. He's so sweet to her. And even if she's moving, Ty! He saw it.
Hey. Hey.
Ty?
Hey.
Ty?
She's blind.
Right here. I got right here. What's going on? Nurse? Nurse?
Situations.
There has to be some kind of treatment, something we can do.
Ty's all frustrated. But you don't blame him.
You're fine.
Fine, Ty, I'm not fine. Amy Fleming.
Well, that was easy. Can you tell me what day it is?
She doesn't have amnesia, idiot.
I don't know.
Probably. Who's this here? This handsome young man who's holding your hand?
It's Ty Thornton, my fiance.
Fiance. Congratulations.
Boyfriend.
Do you know why you're here?
Ty said I was in an accident. My head.
Okay. Do you remember what happened?
Do you remember going to the stables, Amy?
You've no recollection at all.
What's the last thing you remember? What happened to you?
Ty, please.
He does make a valid point. I should go get some rest.
Fine. I'm fine.
It's okay, Ty. I bet Caleb comes by. Okay.
Just hold on a second. Come in.
Called it!
Feel my breath. I mean, we had some supplies for you. I'm just gonna go back to the hospital. If you could, give Scott a call, just let him know. Anybody?
Yeah.
No, we'll lock up here.
I like that they brought him some supplies. That was nice. Uh-oh. Where is she?
Excuse me? Can I help you?
Yeah, Amy Fleming, where is she?
Miss Fleming? She's been moved to a private room.
Oh,
I'm sorry. Someone should have told you.
Yeah,
that's okay.
that would have helped.
Come with me.
Yeah, I'm sure Peter tried. I mean, when he found out his sister-in-law was hurt, because Peter does care about everyone in the family, so.
Grandpa? Ty, where are you?
It's okay.
I'm not my head.
It's all right. Don't move, just relax, okay? They found you in the main stables.
The doctors think that you were kicked in the back of the head by one of the horses.
There we go.
Ty,
Hey, I'm right here.
so scared. I've never been so scared in my life.
It's okay.
Hey, it'll be okay.
You make it better. It's okay. Gotta be something that doctor can do.
And Ty will love her no matter what.
How be good enough to just sit and wait. Time will tell, he says. Come on, what is that? That is ridiculous. We need a second opinion. We need a pronto. I am calm. We just have to do something.
Look, I know Amy.
Mm-hmm.
She's completely disoriented in that hospital.
Yeah.
She's gonna get better a lot quicker. She's here in the
That is
places
a good
she's familiar
point.
with. We need to bring her home.
I'm sorry, Ty, but I think that she's better off in the hospital for now.
I have to agree.
Well, I don't. I don't agree. I have to get some other things.
I can see Ty's point that by moving her home, she may recover faster because, of course, she's home. And then she can, of course, she'll be amongst family. And yeah, I can definitely see that. You know, I think that does happen sometimes with people when they get sick. I think sometimes they do recover faster if they're in familiar surroundings because they're with people they love. They're not with a bunch of doctors and nurses who don't know you from Adam. I mean, yeah, the doctors and nurses are nice and sometimes you end up becoming friends. But for someone like Amy, yeah, she would probably recover faster at home. I think Ty is right on that. You know, she can be in bed. Amy's there, or excuse me, Lou's there, Jack's there, Georgie's there, Tim is there, Ty is there, and then you've also got Caleb and Ashley, who of course would come in and check on her. So there would be people there all the time, and she might like having a conversation with them and sleeping in her own bed, you know? And even if she is blind for a bit, she could still at least like play with Katie a little bit or hug Katie. Maybe even possibly visit Spartan. So, yeah, I see Ty's point about bringing her home. But I also agree with Jack and Lou. You know, it's hard because you, as a viewer, we might have our own opinions too. But again, I can see both sides. You know, if she stays there, she gets the medical treatment. But if she comes home, yeah, there's a possibility she may recover faster. In this sense, I think Ty is going to end up being right. I think. I had heartmedical.com. I should see if that's a real site. Uh-oh. And see, now she's alone, where if she's at home, she's got Ty and those guys there. It's coming back to her, though. That's good.
Ty? Ty? Where are you?
Well, hell, I knock and bump into things anyway. Mm-hmm. See, he was exactly right. She wants to be home. She will recover better at home.
It's 24-hour care.
She can be monitored at home.
I can watch her 24/7. And we have a family doctor 5 minutes away. Please.
Yeah, he's right. She wants to go home. She'll get better at home. Like he said, there's a doctor. They can monitor her. They can give her stuff that they can track. I mean, the technology nowadays, you know, anything can happen. Ty seems determined about that.
Bad idea. Who gave you permission?
There she sees Adrian.
Why is it just Ty? Amy didn't want to go.
Amy can't make a decision for herself.
Yes, she can.
Ty, I think I remember something.
See, here's the thing. Yes, Tim is her father, but Ty is going to be her husband. And when that happens, of course, it's the spouse that makes the decisions. It's not the parent. You know, that's why when you have a husband and wife in the hospital, the spouse is listed as the point of contact. They're the ones who make the decision. So yes, Ty should be the one making this decision because he is her fiance. And I would bring that up, you know? Because, you know, when Tim would say something like that, I would have said something like, I'm going to be her husband. I'm going to have to make these decisions in the future anyways. You know? Because, yeah, once they're married, that decision is his. You know, maybe they feel like right now it's not because he's still only a fiance, but he's going to be her husband. So, yes, that is definitely something that he needs to be the one deciding. You know, and Tim, as I said, Tim is a hothead. And it's like, I get it, but Tim needs to slow his roll. Of course, that's his daughter, and he wants to make sure that she's okay. And then you notice that they almost had that scuffle there. Tim has always been hard on Ty. You know, Ty said, I'm her fiance. I'm not just like a stable boy that you can push around or something. And, you know, yeah, Ty is definitely getting sick of it. And he should be getting sick of it. You know, it's like they're not willing to value his opinion, even though he is, you know, because he even said when they mentioned family decision, he said, I am family. And I'm like, yeah, you are family. But when he said that, I like how Lou acknowledged it and said, yes, you are. Instead of saying like, no blood, you know, like blood family or something, because that isn't the case. You know, yes, he's the fiance. So yes, he is going to be family because yes, he will be the husband. Peter couldn't make the decision, even though she's his sister-in-law. She is still technically family, but Peter couldn't make that decision. But Ty can. Peter can obviously make the decision for Lou. But he couldn't make that like for Amy or for Jack or for Tim. That's not his call. But Ty can for Amy. So Ty is doing the right thing. Is she going to go? Is she going to take Ahmed's advice? I think she might. I mean, we have 12 minutes left, and I think she might take it, at least at the end. We'll see. But it was nice of him to make that offer. But of course, being a prince, he's going to have access to the best medical care in the world, you know?
There's this massive horse fight, and all the stall doors were open. But it wasn't just a dream. This is what actually happened. There's something else. There was someone there.
Mm-hmm.
In my dream, I saw someone running.
This is what
I
happened.
couldn't
It's
see
coming
their
back.
face.
I love how Ty is taking care of her. Yeah, Spartan. He's Spartan. And you notice Phoenix kind of freaked and stepped back, and Spartan didn't. Oh. Wow. That I don't want to count.
I'm so sorry that she took it out on you.
And it's not really Ahmed's fault, but the only one responsible is Adrian.
You didn't sign up for this. And you don't need to follow through. I'm not going to hold you to any promise.
Mm.
You told me.
I just want you to think about it.
And if anything, this whole thing's made me love you.
Aww.
It's made me realize how precious our time is.
And how it shouldn't waste it. Any of it.
I wondered if maybe Ty was going to do that, you know, if maybe he was going to say something like that, or if she was going to say something like that, you know, like if this doesn't get better, you know. I like though how she was saying you're under no obligation, you can walk away. But of course, he's not going to do that, you know, even if she would stay blind, which obviously she's not going to. But even if she would stay blind, she can still get married. She would just have someone, of course, you know, walk her up the aisle per tradition. And then he would take her hand and they would still say their vows and get married. So, you know, he loves her, and I like how he says that it's made him love her even more. Uh, you know, he would of course still be there for her. Some others wouldn't, you know, some other people wouldn't. They would be like, nope, we're done. We're out of here. We're gonna walk away. It kind of makes me think of Christopher Reeve, the late Christopher Reeve, when he became paralyzed, and just how wonderful his wife was. That proved to me that she really loved him, because if she didn't, she would have left, you know. Because, you know, with all the medical stuff that he went through and everything, you know, someone who was just in it, maybe if it was like a marriage of convenience or for money or something, they wouldn't have stuck around. They would have left. So that, again, proved to me that yes, she really did love him. And so, you know, obviously it's going to be the same thing with this. This is where you kind of really get to see Ty shine, if nothing else, with his love for her because of how he's taking care of her. I mean, he's the one stepping up. I'm not saying that the others wouldn't, but he's the one stepping up. You know, as soon as he found out, he got to the hospital first. He didn't leave, at least that first night. And he has pretty much been nonstop, like trying to research and find information. And then, of course, you know, moving her back here and taking care of her. I mean, Ty has been on it. So he has really proven himself. And yeah, I think a part of it is because he knows he's going to be her husband. And so this is something, again, that a spouse would do anyway. So he is really stepping up and acting like a husband right here. And sleeping in her bed. Now she's going to open her eyes and she'll be able to see. There we go. You can hear the music. She's able to see. Just a cute tank top. Yeah, see? The light. There you go. It's coming back. Might be a little blurry, but better than nothing. No, she's just gonna watch him. Yeah, it's a little blurry, but it's a relief, isn't it, Amy? I forgot it.
Ty, can I speak to you for a second?
Yeah, I want to apologize for being an ass.
I'm sorry things got a little out of hand.
Good. I'm glad you're sorry.
I forget it's not a big deal.
You just got upgraded, Ty.
Did what I did. Now I know that I love you. I'll go to Vancouver and I'll break up with Andy.
I want you to go.
Damn. I want those two to get back together. Jack and Lisa better get back together. Still has the sunglasses on because obviously she's still sensitive to light.
What do you think?
Still a little blurry, but it's coming back.
Still up?
What a green grass. I was really hoping that Ashley was back. Caleb, of course, is upset and understandable. And he even said to her, about the feeling that he was feeling good because she was back. Now, if it had been real and legit, I like that for her it was real, because she said that she realized that she does still love Caleb and that she wanted another go with him. But, he said, "You played me," and she said, "No." And so I'm thinking, so what's going to happen? Is she going to go back and break up with this Andy, or is she going to continue to be with Andy knowing that he was the second choice now? Because, she realized that she was still in love with Caleb. Caleb obviously still loves her. She said that. She said, "You still love me. I know you do." And yeah, he didn't deny it. He didn't confirm it, but he didn't deny. Usually if people don't deny, usually it's a confirmation, but not always. Because sometimes, yeah, usually it's a confirmation. Not always. Again, not always. But sometimes there's... Makes me think of Doctor Who. And the 12th Doctor, there's an episode with River Song, and if anyone knows me from Doctor Who, I hate the character of River Song. She is horrible. She's manipulative, she's abusive, and that's just the tip of the iceberg with her. So I hate her. But they tried to push her off as like the Doctor's great love, which she wasn't. He did fall in love, but he fell in love with my favorite companion, Rose Tyler. He didn't fall in love with River. And that was confirmed in an episode because she says to him, "You don't love me." And he just kind of gave her like a sad, small smile, which was a confirmation. And it made me think about like when you have someone, like let's say that you have a best friend who is in love with you and you know that they're in love with you, but you don't feel the same way. And, you guys hang out, you're friends, whatever, or maybe you do go out. Maybe it's not a best friend, maybe it is someone that you dated, but you don't return those feelings. And then they say something to you like, "You don't love me." And instead of wanting to like hurt them with a verbal confirmation, you just kind of, give a sad smile or just a small smile. That's a confirmation. That's what the Doctor did. And it actually happened twice because earlier in that same episode, River had said something about the Doctor doesn't love me, the Doctor never loved me, and he looked sad. Like, sad the fact that she was telling the truth, like he felt sad and felt guilty that she realized that was true. And then he does kind of come up to her and he's like, "Hello, sweetie," which was kind of her tagline. But it wasn't anything about like being in love or anything. So all those people who think that like the Doctor and River are great loves, they're not. I could see it basically from the start that there was like no love between them at all. But that was a confirmation, like twice, because he easily could have said, "You're wrong, I love you so much," and done something about it, and he didn't. Now some will say, well, the Doctor doesn't say he loves her, and it's like, in a situation like that though, he could. But instead, giving like a sad, small smile was him confirming that, yes, I don't love you, sorry. So it was kind of the same thing, Caleb didn't deny it when she said, you love me, I know you do. He didn't deny it, which is pretty much a confirmation that, yes, he does still love her. But, of course, he doesn't want to get hurt again. And you can't blame him. Ashley did a number on him. We saw how heartbroken he was when he got the divorce papers. Do I wish that it had worked out? Yes. Maybe we're going to see her again. I don't think we do. But maybe we will see her again. Maybe she's going to try again. I'm not sure. You know? And I like that she came back because she wasn't sure that this Andy guy was right. And that she still thought that she had feelings for Caleb. The reason why I like that is because it shows that, yes, Caleb was, at least right now, her great love. And that she still did harbor those feelings instead of just like fond memories or whatnot. That she did want to see that. And then when she was with Caleb, realized that, yes, this is what I want. So she was choosing Caleb. She just went about it the wrong way. She should have broken up with this Andy guy and then gone to find Caleb. And it's only been, what, like 2 years since they broke up? Didn't they break up in season 5? Because she said, this guy, you know, whoever this Andy is wants to marry me. I'm like, that's kind of awfully fast. You finished school. You apparently have this boyfriend who wants to marry you, and your divorce is still kind of fresh. Granted, we don't know how much time has passed on the show. But even with that, that's kind of fresh. So, but things move fast in TV world anyways. So, I really loved how Ty was taking care of Amy. You know, he was so sweet with her and proved himself for when he's going to be a husband. And that's what Tim was saying. She's in safe hands, you know. And Tim is right. It is hard for a parent to step back and watch someone else take care of their kid because, you know, the parent wants to take care of their kid. So, yes, it was hard for Tim. But at least Tim acknowledged it and apologized. That's a step up for Tim because, as we know, Tim is a hothead. Thank you for joining me for episode 10, which, of course, starts the second half of season 7 of Heartland. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, you know, in regards to how Ty stepped up, your thoughts about Amy and or Ashley and Caleb. You know, I'd love to hear about that and everything. Do we see Ahmed again? I bet we do, because I bet they go and they search for Adrian. So, yeah, you know, I very much enjoyed this episode. It looks like the next episode, it says Ty forces Amy to confront her fear, and in order to save its life, work with the horse that injured her. So I'm glad that they are going to at least attempt to save the horse's life, because really it's not the horse's fault. He was scared, he reared up, she happened to be in the way. Had she been just like 1 foot further, he wouldn't have hit her. So it's not the horse's fault. He's just doing what nature told him to do. Thank you for joining me for this reaction. I have rambled on long enough, so I hope you enjoyed it. If so, hit the like button and subscribe for more content. Hit the notification bell to be alerted of future reacts, and I'll see you next time. Bye.